Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif with student ID number 2024-3059 from the Information System Study Program. So in this occasion, I would like to explain about my first practical report in web programming lecture, which is about HTML structure, multimedia, and form validation. So here we do a technical analysis of implementation. Here we make a new file named index.html. So index.html is file to represent a formal report document with a dynamic user interface integration. And here we have layout architecture or CSS grid. So the organization of the multimedia questions utilize the CSS grid system. With the declaration display grid template columns repeat for 1fr, the page is divided into 4 flexible columns of equal width. This technique is superior to older methods like manual floats because it provides better control over alignment and gap distribution between elements. And then second, list hierarchy and semantics. So the question structure is organized using nest order list or all. Setting the type lower alpha attribute on the second level list technically separates the primary question categories from the sub-questions, facilitating easier cognitive navigation for the reader. And then the third is form validation logic. So the form in this document is not merely a data container but includes validation logic. Required attributes, so it utilizes the HTML5 validation API to halt the submission process if fields are empty. And then max length constraint, so it limits the character length of the student ID or name directly on the client side to ensure data integrity before further processing. And then input types, so the use of type date here ensures that the data entering the system follows a valid data format via the browser's native calendar UI. And then here the second file, I just name it success HTML. So this file serves as a positive feedback loop for the user after successfully submitting data. So first, here we have viewport manipulation. So the page is set to occupy 100% of the viewport height and width, with overflow hidden, scrolls are disabled, or to create an immersive full screen application effect. And then the second, depth and layering the index. So visual implementation use layering techniques. The GIF background is placed on the bottom layer, while the success message text is placed on the top layer using z-index. The use of object fit cover on the GIF ensures the background image fills the screen without aspect ratio distortion, regardless of the user browser window size. And then last one is typography and contrast. So the message text utilize the text shadow property to create contrast against the dynamic GIF background. So this is an essential UI design practice to maintain content legibility over media with high color saturation. So here we will try to go to the website. Here we click in index.html here, and then we click show in browser. So this is the display of the web. So here are laporan teori pemrograman web B, and then this is the questions, and then below is all of the answers. And now here we have a student data form. So here we just put our name. Example, I will use my name, and then here my student ID. And then here we just put a random date, just for example, and then we click send report. And then here we can see the data is successfully has been sent. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you for your guys' attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.